Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Gids, and today I'm going to be doing something called the 21 questions tag. Now this is a tag that was created by two content creators, so Smelly Sweed, Tim, and also Taryn Essence. The two of them created this tag, so I will link their channels below, and I was tagged by my friend Trusted Nose, who's also a fellow YouTuber, to do this tag. So this is about fragrance, and there's some other questions thrown in the mix as well. So it looks like it's going to be fun, so I'm going to get straight into the first question. Now, first question, have you been to school for perfumery? And the answer is very simple, no, I haven't. Now, if I had been, trust me, you lot would know about it. I would not be humble about that at all. I would be reminding you every given opportunity. I'll be like, well, in my humble experience, because I have a background in perfumery, I think this. No, no, I have no experience. I'm just a fragrance enthusiast. And do you consider yourself addicted to fragrance? Oh no, I don't. That's quite a loaded question, isn't it? Because I've been around real life addicts who've had real addictions, I can recognize what addiction looks like, and I would say no. For me, this is a passion, it's a hobby. I enjoy fragrances. Yes, many of us probably have more fragrances than the average person, but my hobby is under control for sure. What is your first memory of wearing fragrance? Oh gosh, I had to really think about this one. First memory is probably looking at my dad's like aftershaves in the bathroom cabinet and like trying them out and smelling them. And he had one which was the Polo Ralph Lauren in the green bottle, and I remember that was like an aftershave fragrance, and I remember trying that out and feeling really grown up. So that was probably my earliest memory of wearing fragrance, was my dad's Polo green bottle. What was the first fragrance you purchased with your own money? The first fragrance I purchased, which made me feel really kind of like I've arrived, was Versace blue jeans. At that time in school, we were all wearing Versace blue jeans for some reason. That was the fragrance of the moment, and I wore that fragrance religiously for about 3 years, and then I couldn't wear it anymore. What is the oldest fragrance in your collection? Oh, the oldest fragrance in my collection is probably this fragrance from Hermès. It's called d'Orange Verte, and it's kind of like, I believe it's a sheep. I think it's a sheep. I think that's how you say it. This is kind of like a minty, very fresh, very classy kind of fragrance. I think it's got oak moss as well and some kind of like nice fresh notes. Very, very nice and very classy fragrance. And this is probably about 10 years old. Fragrance that you can't stand to smell. Oh gosh. Okay, now we're getting a bit controversial, aren't we? Fragrance I can't stand to smell. I really don't like that fragrance from Issey Miyake, the one that's really, really popular. I can't remember the name of it, but it was really big in the 90s. I think people still wear it. I still smell it every now and then. Really can't stand that fragrance. I don't know what it is about that fragrance I can't stand. Also, another one that I used to really not enjoy smelling was Angel de Parfum. I found that fragrance so strong that I literally would give me a headache. My sister used to have that fragrance and I hated it, but I never told her that. One more that I don't really like, this is probably a bit controversial because this is a classic, like a cult classic, is Lamar from Jean-Paul Gaultier. I don't like the original. I like, there's one, I think it's in a black bottle, the Parfum. That's not bad. I think that came out last year, but I really don't like the smell of the original. Now, what is your favorite food or cuisine? My favorite food or cuisine? I have many. So I love Thai. I love Thai food. I love anything that's kind of fragrant, very fresh, has lots of spices, lots of flavor to it. I love Caribbean food. I love Japanese food, like I love sushi. I love Mexican food. Gosh, I just love different food. Italian food, oh my gosh, I love Italian food very, very much. One of my favorite foods. My own cultural food as well. I'm from Eritrea, so we eat a lot of spicy food and different stews and different things, and it's delicious. So yeah, I like my own cultural food as well. Referring to foods, do you prefer sweet or salty, mild or spicy? I like all of those, to be honest. Every so often I get you know, a little sugar craving and I need something a bit sweet. I do like, you know, every now and then a nice kind of like a nice cake or a homemade cake in particular. I'm not a big chocolate person, but a little bit of chocolate I do enjoy here and there. I probably lean more towards like salty kind of stuff, like crisps and things that are crunchy, nuts, pistachios, things like that, popcorn, like crunchy kind of savory snacks as well. I really enjoy. Spicy, yeah, I like a bit of spice, not too much, but I do like a bit of spice for sure, yeah. What is the last fragrance that you purchased? So I think the last one I purchased that came last in my haul that I got last year was, I believe it was Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford. I ummed and ahed about this fragrance for a very, very long time, and then I finally pulled the trigger at the end of last year. So that was the last fragrance I purchased. Which fragrance have you been thinking of buying for a long time but never come around to it? Okay, the one that I really want to get is Oud Ispahan. I think that is such a beautiful fragrance, and it's one which I've been wanting to get for so many years, and I don't know why I haven't got it. I just don't know why, but it's one I'm gonna treat myself to, probably for my birthday. Oud Ispahan, definitely. Do you have a dream fragrance but think it's too expensive? I have a few. I think the prices of some of these fragrances are getting insane. I mean, I want Oud for Greatness from Initio. That's quite pricey, but I will, you know, I will get that eventually. There's another one called The Moon from Frederic Malle. That is a lovely fragrance, but it's very, very expensive as well. Yeah, we're talking about £500. Yeah, you know what I could do with £500? Which fragrance is the cheapest you own, and do you like it? Absolutely. I don't think there's a correlation for me between how much a fragrance costs and how much I love it. If I like the fragrance, I like it. I've got two actually. I've got this one which is from Ajmal. It's called Aurum, and this is like a fruity, floral, musky fragrance. This is about £20. Love this fragrance. It was one of the best discoveries. And then the other one is here, and it is Paul Smith London. This is about £22. And this was again another great discovery. I used to have this back in the day. They discontinued it and then brought it back, and this is a great cheapie, about £22. So yeah, I love them both. Which fragrance is the most expensive in your collection? The most expensive fragrance is here. It is my Terrific Oud Extreme from Terry Gunzberg. This is a beautiful fragrance, saffron rose oud leather. This retails for 300 and I think £50. I didn't pay that for this fragrance, but that's how much it retails for. Does your partner wear fragrance, and is there one they don't like on you? Simple answer, no, I'm not in a relationship, so that doesn't apply to me. Next, pre-pandemic, is it common or rare in your area for people to wear fragrance? Yeah, it's common. I mean, I live in London, so it's quite a cosmopolitan city. You smell a lot of different fragrances on the way to work, on the trains, on the bus. Yeah, people wear fragrances everywhere. It's very, very common. Do you prefer coffee or tea? I think I prefer coffee. I like one really nice coffee in the morning, and then in the kind of afternoon, another coffee. I like ground coffee. I usually have it with like almond milk, soy milk or almond milk, a nice ground coffee with a little bit of a sprinkle of cinnamon on the top. Very specific. Do you wear fragrances marketed towards the opposite sex? Absolutely. So Ajmal Aurum, which is here, this is a fruity floral fragrance, and that's what it smells like. But it's a beautiful fragrance. This smells way more expensive than what it is. It's one of my favorites. Sometimes I layer this with an oud oil as well that I have from Egypt. And the two of them create a magic. It's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I mean, I have no problem in wearing fragrances marketed towards women. I've never have seen it as an issue. If you like the smell, then wear it. I mean, it just comes down to marketing with a lot of these things. When traveling, do you take full bottles or decants or testers? I usually take decants, and I might take a couple of testers. Decants only because I wouldn't want to carry a bottle of fragrance with me and anything happens to it. I remember my mum had a bottle of fragrance in her suitcase once. We traveled and it smashed and it broke, and obviously it gets all over your clothes and it's a disaster. So no, I would only take decants. If I'm traveling for a short period of time, I won't take more than maximum 3 decants, like maybe 5 to 10 ml of each. Pre-pandemic, do you typically receive compliments on fragrances? Do you know what, yes, I do actually. I do get quite a few compliments, mainly at work and from family and friends as well. I do get compliments on some of my fragrances, yes I do. Do you wear fragrance when home alone? Absolutely, I wear fragrance from the moment I wake up. So as soon as I have a shower in the morning, I apply fragrance. I love wearing fragrances even if I'm at home and I'm not going anywhere. I just find it's something I enjoy and it's what I'm passionate about. So I can't imagine not wearing a fragrance even if I'm at home. And even when I'm going to bed as well, I will sometimes apply a bit of fragrance and just, you know, just go to bed smelling good. Do you wear fragrances for yourself or to hopefully receive compliments? I wear fragrances ultimately for myself. I think it's a personal thing, isn't it? You're wearing the fragrance because you enjoy it. I know some people really do care about the fragrances which get compliments, because fragrances is always marketed as being something which will get you, which will make you appear more attractive, and it definitely does. We all like a nice smelling person around us. It does make that individual more appealing or more attractive, however you want to put it. But I wear fragrances for me and I have to like it. I have to like it. And even if someone doesn't like it, like I have lots of fragrances I love that don't necessarily get compliments, I still wear them, I still enjoy them. It doesn't mean they're any less great than the ones that do get the compliments. Guys, that was my 21 questions. I hope that you enjoyed this tag. It was fun. Some of the questions were interesting. If you made it this far and you're not subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you'd consider subscribing. I'll be back for more videos. But until then, guys, thank you so much for watching and see you very soon. Take care.